2017 is 3/4 the way over. This year is flying by faster than Superman if he wasn't freaking dead. What you're looking at right now is my previous top 10 list of the first half of 2017, and I must say, looking at the potential guys to replace these, this list is going to change quite drastically. I'm not sure if I think less than half of what you see here is actually going to remain on the list. The first thing I want to do is remove figures that I feel like may not perfectly qualify for the top 10 of 2017, and ones that I feel like can be easily replaced with one I've gotten that's way better. So, starting off the removal process, let's start it off with this Soundwave. I really do like this Soundwave. It's the best RID figure that they've made so far, but it doesn't hold a lot of interest and a lot of attention in the fact that it is, at the end of the day, an RID figure, so it's not too intriguing. And there's another deluxe that has come out since that is way better. Another removal that will not surprise anybody that knows me or my channel is Black Series Darth Vader. Look, this thing is amazing. This thing looks great, this thing poses great, and it's certainly the best Darth Vader that Hasbro has ever made. The problem is, for me, it's a 6-inch Black Series figure. This line just doesn't do it for me. And I haven't messed with this figure in ages. It doesn't fulfill me on a spiritual level like many of these other toys do. It doesn't click with me like, oh my god, I love this thing. I've never been a huge Darth Vader fan, so that's certainly not something that does it for me. I'm not a huge 6-inch figure fan, so that certainly doesn't do it for me. I've had tons of Vaders in the past, and while this is the best, it's still not really my favorite, so he's gonna go. I'm pretty sure I mentioned something about him in my previous video. I hadn't found the Megatron yet, or any other Last Night figures, in fact. Oh. Like I was saying, I hadn't found any of the other figures, so this Optimus Prime was the only thing I really had to go on for the Last Night toy line. And it's still a pretty good figure. Certainly the best figure of the Age of Extinction Optimus design. It's still a bad design, and it's just an okay figure at the end of the day. I like it quite a bit, but yeah, other Last Night figures since have certainly blown this out of the water. This one kind of speaks for itself a little bit. I still like this figure. I still like it quite a bit. I previously stated I'm not a huge 6-inch figure fan, so naturally it doesn't hold a lot of interest to me. It's still really nice, but top 10? I don't know. I still love the Icons Harley Quinn. It's still my favorite Harley Quinn. This is not my favorite Harley. It's up there, but I just look at this on the shelf, and I just never want to pose it. It's alright to pose. I typically just get it in one pose I really like, and I say that's it. It doesn't really like standing up too well. One of the legs popping off. It's just a general okay. I mean, it's still great. I'm not going to downplay that it's great, but it's not top 10 worthy. So Harley Quinn is going to go goodbye, Mr. J. This list is dwindling quite a bit, and another one I'm going to have to remove. I love this figure. It is so great, and I love that it exists. But the main thing with Human Alliance movie The Best Soundwave that kind of restricts me from keeping it on the top 10 compared to other figures released this year is the fact that this mold is from 2011, and the fact that I've had this mold I got it last year. And it doesn't do anything new for me. The toy I've had for a year already. And it's just the paint that is just so remarkable on this thing. This will certainly get an honorable mention in the top 10 list. I'll probably do 7 honorable mentions, like still kind of 17 of 17, some stupid stuff like that. But for the top 10 we're working on right now, I don't think Soundwave can stay. 5 left, and another one I think I'm going to remove is Octane. I like him a lot. He is still my favorite Titans Return Voyager, but I just don't know. I can't really explain why I want to take him off the list, but I just kind of do. I do enjoy him a lot. I think he is a great representation of the porn-watching Transformer, but I have my reasons. I have my reasons as to why he is going to be removed for now. He may appear on the honorable mentions, but who knows. So, bye-bye, Octane. Have fun. Don't have too much fun, though, please. So, we have removed over half of the list, and I think it's time that I start adding some figures back. So, the first one I want to add back, I know I was saying I'm not a 6-inch figure fan, especially of the Black Series, but the Hascon Captain Rex certainly did it for me. I'm going to be very honest with you guys, this guy is not on the list because, oh, it's a great 6-inch figure. It is. The thing is, it's a great Clone Trooper figure, and we haven't gotten one of these in a very long time. And I'm very satisfied to have another nice new Clone Trooper figure. And it's remarkable. This is probably my favorite Black Series figure, period, and I don't see how this guy will be removed from the top 10 list whatsoever. I love this thing. I feel like a hypocrite for putting this guy on the list since I was talking about how I'm not a huge 6-inch figure fan, but this is just the most perfect 6-inch action figure I have ever experienced. I have no problems with this figure whatsoever. Zero complaints. Haha, sub-zero complaints. Oh, that was terrible. For the Storm Collectibles Sub-Zero. This thing is probably my favorite 1/12 scale action figure. It's probably just my favorite. I can't get enough of this thing. I keep posing it all the time. It was worth the $50 I spent on it. I just adore it. There is no complaints I have with this thing. This is a very strong contender for #1 figure of 2017. Very, very strong contender. Uh, Currently, I can't think of any figure I would put above it. And that's that. This thing's great. I love it. We have 6 figures on the list, and we have room for 4 more. Another one I certainly want to put here as a replacement for the Last Knight Optimus Prime is the Last Knight Megatron. In my personal opinion, this is the best movie Voyager ever released for any of the 5 movies. I can't think of a single Voyager class figure that is more perfect, more awesome, just as amazing and well engineered as this thing. It leaves me almost speechless how amazing this figure is. I feel like it's way better than the leader class they put out. The leader class is still respectable, but as a leader class, I feel like it fails. This thing is just an amazing Voyager class figure. It feels great, it's nice and solid, it has very little hollow bits. The only thing you can really complain about is the back there, but even then it's nicely sculpted, and why are you going to look at his back? I'm just very impressed by this figure. I was very much not impressed by The Last Knight, the movie itself, but this thing though. A little bit of a current honorable mention. In the previous video, I stated that the Ifrit Schneid may be on this list. I did get it, but I haven't built it yet. I have the Ifrit Schneid right here. I have not built it yet, and I just want to point this out that there is a chance that this may appear in the full list. I don't know yet, because I haven't built it yet. But so far from the parts, I've looked at the parts a bit, from the reviews I've seen, this thing has a chance to surpass the GM ground type, but currently I'm not going to say it is. I don't know about these two. I really like these two. I really do, especially the Shore Trooper. And for now, I just want to make a mention of these. There is a chance that they will be replaced or at least repositioned in part with the Last Jedi Executioner and Praetorian Guard. These two, the Walmart exclusives, are very, very nicely made. I do plan on doing actual reviews of these guys, but the paint is pretty much perfect on both of these. The articulation is amazing on the Praetorian and very nice on the First Order Executioner. The accessories are very nicely done. I just feel like they may be better than the other two I've had, and looking at those, I think for now, I'm at least going to replace the Protocol. As much as it satisfies my soul, I'm going to at least replace him with the Executioner. Because I dig the Praetorian figure, but I don't dig the design too much. So we'll just wait and see if I like him in the movie, and then maybe I'll decide if he might replace a Shore Trooper or not. Chances are he probably won't. 3 spots left, and I have to give one to Titan's Return Twin Twist. G1 Twin Twist is the only G1 figure I owned growing up, and seeing a Titan's Return upgrade of him to put on my classics shelf satisfies my soul. It just really helps me out in life. It makes me wake up in the morning, It just gives me reason to live. I'm very happy that this exists. Otherwise, I would not be happy that I exist. Was that a little overblown? I don't think it was. 2 spots left, but we have 3 contenders for who may fill those 2 spots. We have Last Night Hot Rod, we have Daredevil, and we have Triptychon. I'm just using his little bud here as a little sample of Triptychon himself. Looking at these 3, the one that would probably not make it on the list, I really love Triptychon. I love that thing. It's a little hard to mess with and to enjoy because of its size, but that has to be on my top 10 list. I cannot not have Triptychon on there. Daredevil is pretty nice. I like Harley Quinn. It's a very nice figure, but I haven't found myself messing with it a lot because, like I said, 6-inch figures in general don't really do it for me. And Hot Rod is nice. He's a very nicely painted and engineered figure, despite the fact that he's not that very film accurate and he doesn't come with any accessories. Thinking about it, the one that I would probably have to remove from my favorites for now is probably going to be Daredevil. I like Daredevil. He'll probably be on the honorable mentions. I love the show. I freaking love the show. But I gotta give it to Transformers yet again. They are reigning supreme this year with the amazing releases. And I gotta give it to Hot Rod for just being a very nicely done figure. And I gotta give it to Triptychon for just being so immense and just making my dreams come true. Only 3 of the original list remain. All of the rest have been replaced. Pretty generally replaced. 2 6-inch figures replaced with 2 6-inch figures. We have various Transformers replaced with even more various Transformers. And we have one of the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars replaced with another 3 3/4 inch Star Wars. Pretty funny how that worked out. However, 6-Shot, the Shore Trooper, and the GM Ground type reign supreme as being the ones to stay. However, Storm Collectible Sub-Zero reigns supreme as the one that is probably going to make it as the best figure of 2017, or at least my favorite. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed my list. Let me know your list. You can make a video if you want. I'm very happy that no one's noticed that I've kind of borrowed this idea from Toy Galaxy. And Toy Galaxy, if you're watching this, dude, I'm so sorry. Don't file a copyright claim against me, man. I liked your idea, and I done did my own. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much my list. Stay tuned for like December, January, where I show off the final figures. So, hey, he's not an action figure. Why is he on this list? He shouldn't be on here. He's technically not an action figure. What are you, stupid? Do you think I'm gonna let this stand, J4? I'm gonna unsubscribe. 0 out of 10, not enough clone troopers.